All right, so today we're gonna talk about trading one pair. We're just gonna trade one pair. So what I was gonna do, I was gonna what you call it, drop like a breakdown video, but now the way we want this channel to go, we don't just want to talk about trading all the time. We don't want to talk about the setup we took, why we lost X, Y, Z. There's a lot of stuff outside of trading that people tend to not bring up for some reason, and it would be very beneficial to traders, like new traders especially, or even any type of trader. So I should move the drawing right quick. They will so yeah, we could delete that. When you know your pair, you kinda it helps you a lot knowing like what time it moves. So like knowing your open range high, your open range low, your opening range, period. Your market open times, your market close, like knowing stuff like that will really help you become a better trader because once you start to understand the behavior that is produced during that time, during certain times, you're gonna look at your strategy a lot different for real. Because sometimes it isn't even that you're doing the wrong thing, Sometimes you could just be doing the wrong thing at the wrong time, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? You could just be doing the wrong thing at the wrong time. So hold on, wait, bear with me right quick, because I'm trying to. This is also my first time using this, what you call it? I don't even know what you call it. Xbox Live thing. You feel me? So I'm trying to get the hang of it. Oh, okay. I just learned something new that if I do Windows and G, I hold down G, I can pull it up. But that's neither here nor there. Sorry if I ramble on a lot, but it shows more my personality. I like to have fun in my videos. This is fun to me. Learning new stuff X, Y, Z. I'm recording these videos for y'all. Oh, right here we have a fair value gap. But anyway, and we're gonna go Friday, 8 o'clock. So I know my pair really well. I could say that wholeheartedly. I know my pair really well, bro. I know my pair like we almost have a relationship. Like I actually know you for real, which is crazy because I used to never even think about like learning a pair was never like on my list of things to do. I never thought that was important to my trading. I just thought the strategy was what's important. You feel me? But through spending time in the market, I knew like, bro, you actually have to know why this pair moves the way it moves, when it moves this way. And let me show you some. You see, I have 820 marked up. Bro, at 820, it's always some type of push, always some type of momentum that comes into the market either right before or right after. And look, drop down. You gotta make like a real push down. Let's see what that was on a 15-minute. Look at that. Look, see what I'm saying? Let's look at our range. Now I'm already turning this into a recap, but I use the recaps to teach, so don't hurt me because I said I wasn't going to do a recap instead end up doing a recap, but it ties into my point. So if you look here, this is what I was using as my range, and like I was so on edge about using this as a range because I'm like, your range is just your swing high and your swing low. So I'm like, bro, I don't feel like I should be using this. I should be using this. But then I look above, I'm like, bro, this is more of a range. This is more of a swing high. This area right here is way more of a swing high. Look, right here. This more of a swing high. This right here was just a movement up. That don't mean it's a swing high. I'm really talking to myself like, nah, bro. Like, let me look at it at 1 hour. 1 hour, that's definitely a 1 hour swing high too, though. But on the 4 hour, it was just like a little push up. So I realized that when I use the 4 hour swing high and swing low on trade, use that as my PD array, I am able to get way better entries. Not gonna lie. So this is at 8:20. Let's go to the 15 minute. And I actually did trade this day, by the way. I traded this day. Hold on, did I trade Friday? Yeah, I traded Friday, I think. Or I didn't get to or something, but we gonna see. I was waiting. But it never came into my PD array. So let's cut off time 12 because I stopped looking at the markets at 12. Like it was literally nothing I could do. I seen no displacement on my 15 minute. But I ain't gonna lie, the old me, so let's mark off 11 a.m. The old me would have somehow tried to find a way to trade. I'd have looked for a sell, see a sell, like okay. So this my 11 zone. So 11 a.m. is when this started or it's not. I know what I'm gonna do instead. That's what time I started right there, 11 o'clock. That's what time I started actively looking for a session. I mean, a trade within my session. Like I would have just been, I'd have been like, oh, can I use this? Is this my break? I'd have been on the 1 minute, 5 minute, looking to see if I could find a break. But you have to get to a point where you know your pair and you know, bro, today it just isn't. There isn't anything now. Like some days you literally just have to look at the chart and be like, there's nothing now. Like I don't have nothing. Let me just stop forcing it. So I didn't trade. I just call it that. This also ties into knowing your pair. Like know the times that is active. I trade 11 a.m. because at 11 a.m. all like most liquidity is swept. So let's go to. I want to go to 9 a.m. So peep this. I want to open. I'm gonna mark my open range. I have my open range low for you. So let's go to the 1 minute right quick. I use 820, the highest point from 820 to 9, and the lowest point between 8:20 and 9 a.m. And it was this right here. So I did this. I did 901. That wick down because I was like, it has to be something now. I don't want to say. I ain't gonna lie. Some liquidity is always taken. Whether it's and I'm gonna turn this on for y'all right quick. My kill zone. It's always something that swept in the New York session because like if you look here, this got taken out. Literally, I didn't even realize this. 8:20 a.m. My 8:20 a.m. My market open swept London lows, London session lows. This box right here is London session lows. It's London session period. This from right here to right here is my London session. Right here to right here. Well, even more is gonna be my New York session. This let me see if it's gonna allow me to show y'all. So this is the name of the indicator I use. You feel me? And it's called ICT kill zones and pivots TFO. Go figure out how to use it with your trading. I'm not gonna break all this down. I'm not about to do that. I was about to, and I was like, why am I doing that? Go figure it out, literally. Like literally, go figure it out. I ain't gonna lie. Like we not gonna hold your line. I had to figure it out. You would be alright. I promise. It's just something small. So I got my Asian, London, New York. I have my times. And for real, I'm showing you. I'm giving you the sorcery. Like you just have to plug in your own stuff. Just plug in. Just plug it in. My New York open is from 8:20 to 12 p.m. Low key. Let me see something. I'm gonna put 11 a.m. to 12. I just want to see something because that's the actual time that I actually trade. I only trade between 11 and 12. Okay. And I don't want to stop this recording. I don't even know how to pause, but I'm gonna have to figure it out. To be honest, I got a lot to figure out with this new system. Maybe it's the Oh no. I don't know, but we gonna figure it out later. But this may help you to help you mark out what you need to be doing per se. Yeah. Oh, let me change the style. That's what it is. Visibility. Bang. But yeah, anyway. Oh, maybe it isn't showing because it isn't 11 a.m. yet. And that's why I be saying you gotta figure out stuff on your own. So let's turn this off right quick. Let me mark these up so you can see what this represents. Open range high. This represents open range low. Right here. Let's see. 11 is when my trade starts. Let's just see. Let's just watch what happens in these times. Also, we also have right here an intermediate term high. I'm gonna replay this because I was already able to say this. As you see, open range, I was tucking out though, taking out. But let's go to the 1 hour. These right here, look, one hour, this intermediate term high right here. That is a draw on liquidity. That could be considered like where liquidity. So on every high and low is liquidity. Every high and low has liquidity that needs to be taken out. Literally. And I don't know if that's for every pair, but for gold, because I only could tell you about gold. The highs and the lows are where liquidity is resting. That's like a fact. You feel me? That's ICT concepts in there. You feel me? So we waiting for market right here. A equal high was created. A equal high was created when it went there. Okay. Well, really, relatively equal highs. This line right there is my relatively equal highs. Do I even have that? Well, I have equal lows. So let's just make that for real. Let's just make that because I'm only doing this for the sake of showing. But I don't usually, I ain't gonna lie, I don't usually even market all of this. Like once I see it, I know while I'm trading. I don't know, like I just don't market all of this. But as I'm doing it, because I need to explain the concept and I need to understand it even more. Like don't think I'm just on here like just giving the sauce. I'm also learning as I teach this for real. Like I see stuff. Like every time I come back, I see something I didn't see the first time for real. So yeah. Uh Created those equal highs. 15 minute. Took out the equal highs at 11, which is the time that I trade. Let me put the kill zones on so I can see something right quick. Oh, they didn't start it. So, peep. So now I'm about to show y'all at 12. This is my 12. This is my cutoff time right here. 12 p.m. 12 p.m. candle was wick, went down, then it started selling off. You feel me? So I was right about the sales. Let's go to the 4 hour right quick so we could see that range. And this is swing high to swing low to swing high, however you want to do it. But what's so crazy that this intermediate term high was resting at the 50 of the range. That 50, that dotted line right there. That dotted line right there. Oh, somebody calling me. Sorry about that. I need to put my phone on D&D for real. Okay, so the 50 is just that's half of the range. Your dealing range. You feel me? So That's why price was jumping around there because it was at the 50. Also, I had what you call it, this 4 hour order block. I don't know if you realize this, but this is a 4 hour order block right here. Bang. Wow, will be right there. Good, great. Also, look what we had. I'm gonna go to this time. Let me remove the Fibonacci right quick just because I feel like it's getting a little hectic, all this stuff on the chart. But if you keeping up, you will know what's going on for real. So just bear with me. This fair value gap right here. From right here. So this candle right here. This candle's body low. That's the lowest body is to right here. Let's copy and paste that. Bang. This candle right here. That's a gap. I literally and why like I'm pointing out these stuff is because this stuff like I literally know this pair, bro. Like look at this. It went into that 4 hour 40. It went into that 4 hour fair value gap. It went into the order block. I started selling off. Let's look at the 15 minute. I wouldn't have traded this because that's after my time, so I'm not even about to look at this because I know my time. That's not me. That's I could look at that and see that's just not me. But like I'm forcing it. I'll be forcing it. What happened here? The sell off. I needed that to happen from 11 to 12. What happened at 12? Just the timing, bro. Like just the timing. That's really what it is. But you learn these stuff through putting in the work, bro. For real. There ain't really no way around it. You learn these stuff through putting in the work. Learn your pair. Like just stick with one pair. Like I urge you to stick with one pair and just trade that one pair. Just trade that one pair. Ain't nothing wrong with trading one pair. It really ain't nothing wrong with trading one pair. Like learning that pair. Learn it. You need to know you need to know if it's gonna do this, it's gonna do it here. Or okay, it hasn't done it yet, it's probably not gonna do it till this time. Like I'm content with how gold moves. I didn't come here trying to change gold. If anything, gold changed me. Gold made me more patient. Sorry. Like that's what you have to let your pair do. Don't come in there trying to bully these pairs, bro. It's, don't come in there trying to do that. Don't come in there trying to be a big bad boy thinking like, oh, what I think has to work. No. The only thing that works in the market is the market. The market is the only thing that works consistently and repeatedly day in and day out. It does what it does. It's gonna do what it does. Your only job is to learn it. Forget the money. Just learn. Just learn it, bro. Just learn your pair. Just learn your strategy. Know your system. Just learn. Just learn. You had to learn. You just get rewarded for the times you write. So when it's time for you to get tested, you just get rewarded with some little money. You feel me? And if you get the questions wrong on the test, you know what that is? That's a lost trade. Cool. You're gonna lose. Like you could still pass the test if you get something wrong. You feel me? That's a bar. Write that down. The bar. Write that down. Shout out Narrow. Narrow knowledge. Watch some of his videos. You feel me? Like you can still pass the test if you got something wrong. Let me write that down. I'm telling you all to write it down. I didn't write it down. Let me be the first example of accountability and discipline. You can still pass the test even if you got some questions wrong. I wrote it down, so y'all have to now. That's how we both gonna stay. All of us gonna stay locked in. But as you can see, that's how Friday went, and I was cool staying on the markets because this would happen. I didn't see my 15-minute displacement, and that's what I needed in order to trade. I'm gonna read over my rules for y'all. Before a session, pray, clear your mind, mark session high, session low, identify the market bias. I already know we were selling. I already knew. Like I be knowing what we doing. I know what we doing. Like we selling, bro. I want to clear out everything and just go over my daily buys for this day. You feel me? Right there. And that's how bad. That's how well you have to know your pair. So Friday, let's go to like 8 a.m. on Friday. It's look like Thursday is kind of so bad. Friday, Thursday 10 p.m. on to that's about 6 a.m. Let's go 10 a.m. Okay, yeah. I'm looking. This how price look. At this point, my biggest draws on liquidity was this right here. No, my biggest draw on liquidities was this right here and this right here. I was what was that on the day? That was literally the high of Wednesday and the lowest price has been for Friday. That's what I just marked out. But that's what my draw liquidities was on the 4 hour. I already knew this. I also had this order block right here marked out because I literally said to myself, price is gonna react off of this 4 hour fair value gap, 4 hour order block on fair value gap, and then continue. Let me change the colors on this because I didn't get to change everything on this, so that's my bad. That looked really unorganized to me. Yeah, just like that. So price came into that literally at 10 a.m. So I already knew that once it reached 11, it would have had to give me something, some type of break. That break didn't come until 1:15. You see how easily I just caught that displacement? If this had happened during 11, I would have been in there. Literally, this would have been me. I put out to the 5 minute to see what bigger is happening. Let's go to the 1 minute. I would have been right there with it. Let's see. Let's go to, and then I have then I have a stop. I mean a set stop loss and all of that stuff. I have a set stop loss, take profit, all of that. You feel me? So, and then it would have been what time? 2:30. Like I'm so over like taking these type of trades. Like I'm literally that would have been me forcing it. Literally, I just showed you like what happened when you force it. You would have lost. I would have lost. You feel me? So that's not my time, bro. And that's probably gonna be my last time even testing something outside of my time frame because it's not my time. So and I know my pair. That still it still ties into me knowing my pair. I know that at 1 p.m., 2 p.m., 3 p.m. my system doesn't work because I tried that already. You feel me? Like stick with what you know, bro. Stop trying to go against the grain with trading, bro. Between 11 a.m. let's mark it up. Between 11 a.m. and 12 p.m. This is the only thing that happened in the market where I actually like cared, you know. So it's the only thing that happened between in my trading time. My trading time, it was literally just buys. There was nothing I could do between 11 and 12. That's the only time that I traded 11 and 12. The only time that I could have traded, nothing happened. So you know what that mean? I did nothing because nothing happened, bro. That's just how my pair works. I know my pair. I'm gonna keep saying it because that's what this video is about. Know your pair, learn your pair. So, any questions y'all got, just drop it in the comment section. I'm gonna answer them. And so Saturday that I'm recording this video. Let's cancel this out. Remove all of these stuff off of here. I'm keeping the same. plan that I had on Friday per se. That's what I got going for real on Friday. On Monday, I want price to continue to rebalance. That's all it's doing. Price is just rebalancing now. I ain't gonna lie. I haven't recorded maybe for a month, but I still been in the markets for about 3 of those weeks, and I just been like going crazy, bro. Like with reading the 1 week, reading the monthly, understand what's going on, but like ain't nothing really be happening. So like the weekly been helping me on the daily. So on the weekly, I'm gonna put that here for real. I ain't gonna lie. I know I'm going. I know what I'm gonna do right there. I got you. 1 second. I got you right now. Look at this. That's my weekly low. No, I didn't learn that from nobody. You feel me? I literally just made it up. But it makes sense because I already said earlier in the video that your biggest points of interest on drawing liquidities is the high and the lows. Swing highs and swing lows. Down here is technically a swing low. Literally. Because price came in, let's go on a day so you can see it better. I don't know how to describe it. I just know what I'm looking at. This is the lowest price has been. I know that price right now only wants to rebalance and then sweep these lows. Let me see. Let's see how it looks from the hour standpoint. What the weekly low looks like on the hourly standpoint. Yeah. And I'm gonna keep this marked up just so we can see how price reacts. Look, ooh, I didn't even see that. Look at that. And that's why I love making these videos. 'Cause like I said, I'm learning. You see how we had this marked up right here? Look, we have it marked up. Price came into that. Price came into that area. Literally. So what does that tell us? Now what are we gonna call this right here, guys? We're gonna call this relatively major, like major relatively equal low. That's a because it's showing on the weekly. So that's a major point. That's like a long term low for real. So on the daily, I know price is just rebalancing, coming right here, and so it can sweep these lows. It might not come all the way up. I'm not gonna say how much it's gonna come up, but it's definitely has to knock out some of these what you call orders. Because all of these right here, this is somebody's stop loss. Literally. Let me remove this right quick. That's somebody's stop loss. That's somebody's stop loss. And this right here is definitely somebody's stop loss because somebody is going to be trying. Somebody started selling from right there. Somebody started selling from right there. Somebody started selling from right there. So that tells me from a daily standpoint where this price want to go up to. At minimum, price has to take this out. Price has to take this out. If price takes this out, I'll still be looking for sells because that wouldn't. That's just giving me more of a premium to move into. Price is just moving into more of a premium. If price comes literally right here, go back to the. And I'm just, if you trade gold, this video would help you out a lot. Anytime I hop on the mic, for real, it's gonna help you if you trade gold. If you trade anything for real, but specifically gold because it's gold, you feel me? If you trade in gold, this is gonna help you understand gold a little more. Like, I promise you it will. I don't usually make promises, but I definitely don't make promises I can't keep. So if price comes here, listen, um, I'll probably just chill out for real because in order for a bullish market to remain relevant, it should not exceed this right here. You feel me? Price should not exceed this. And I'm gonna put in a note for real. Don't trade, just watch. Because it could be doing anything at this point because it disrespects this. So price already came into this 4 hour order block. Let's just see how it reacts on Monday. I just don't want to trade. I just want to watch, you feel me? But let's look at this right again. Let's open this up. I'm gonna mark the 50 level right quick. Oh, that's my 50. Being honest, already red. So I'm gonna use this red line to represent my 50 level. Bang. Let's just see how it reacts off of this. But I will definitely, unlike also with any pair you trade, this is for any pair. Know, and I always say this. I said this in videos before. Know where you want to get into the market. I know where you want to get out before you even in the market. So I already know, like around here is where I'm gonna get. Literally, I don't even have to mark it out because anything above this 50 is a premium level. So if I was to mark that out as a zone, this is where I want to get my sales in. This is where I want to start selling from. Literally, and I'm gonna. This is not gonna be a part one, part two, but I'm definitely gonna use Monday's trading day to break down to you why Friday was so important. Because each day, kind of like every day is connected in the market, even if it's a slow day. If it's a slow day, a fast day, a good day, a bad day, no matter the day, it set the next day up in some way, shape, or form. You feel me? So each day is important. You feel me? Just like how each candle tells a story, each day tells a story. So, but next week, this is my entry level above the 50, and I'm gonna add a text in here. Enter here. That's where I want to enter from, and I'm gonna mark out these highs. And it's so crazy because each line that I marked out, you know what it also was, where I told you stop losses was. These were also. I'm about to break it down for you. 1 second. Literally, that's all these is. That's all these is. Look, that's all this is. Intermediate term low, intermediate term highs. I mean, look, intermediate term highs. That's all this is. So if this is swept and this is swept, I'm definitely overly looking for some sell momentum because the goal isn't to catch the whole. Like I don't need to catch it from here to there. Like I don't need to catch. I don't need to start selling from here and catch it all the way down there. You feel me? I could just catch a simple right here to right there. You feel me? Because in actuality, let me show you what the setup needs to be. That's all I'm looking for right there. That's literally it. Thi- This right here is all I need. Not even all I need. All I aim for of getting. All the stuff that's happening, bro. This, this whole move, this whole move. I'm only trying to get this much, this much, this much. You feel me? Like just get the low hanging fruit. You don't need to do this. You don't need that. You don't need all of that, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I already know. I'm gonna run it up off of just simple taking a little layup. I'm taking layups, bro. That's all it is. That's all it is. I don't usually mock up all of this, but I want whoever's watching to understand the way I trade. So I have to break it down for you to understand. But when I trade, I don't really have nothing on the chart though. So, but yeah, I'm able to know where I want to enter, point out these equal lows, point out these intermediate term highs, point out all of this because I spent time back testing and learning the pair. You feel me? So yeah, that's it for real. That's all I got going on. We just gonna come back on Monday. I'm gonna keep reading